Hello, WWE fans, and I would just like to say good morning, Insane 815 Gaming here, and I would like to talk about everything I would like to see in WWE 2K17. First, I got this WWE 2K16 gameplay playing in the background for you so I can recap this as I'm looking at WWE 2K16. Now, the game is only a couple months away, so they have been releasing new things on the game, new things that have impressed me, and I would like to say I like what they're doing with the ladder matches. The backstage brawls, fighting in the crowd, you know, I like all those things. But first thing I'm gonna touch down on right here, right now, is the exhibition. Okay, now, when playing with my friends, there's a lot of things we like to do, and the play now is just limited. It's limited. There's not much you could do. Like, I'm not sure what day it was. I think it was a week ago on Raw. They had, an 8-man tag team match. That's something they could put in the game just to have more match types. That would be awesome to me. I've been hearing a lot of talks about the promos in my career. I haven't seen any proof of that, so that's something that I would like to see. 2K hasn't dropped any information about my career. It's been mostly gameplay videos, which I can understand that makes sense. Okay, I'm hopping all over the place, but I would like to talk about this my career. First of all, it's long, it's boring, and it's just grinding, doing matches over and over, fighting same opponents over and over. But something that I would like to touch on is the fact that the pay-per-view before this, I came down to the ring, I interfered in the match. Okay, this is what I did. Tyson Kidd, I was in a rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. Tyson Kidd gets a title shot at the pay-per-view. I'm just like sick of Sheamus, you know, and I'm like, I would like to see the title change hands. But what happens is I help Tyson Kidd win the match, right? But I continue my career, and then I come to Raw. Raw loads up. I go to the championship rankings, and Sheamus is still the Intercontinental Champion. I don't understand why they would do this, or why they wouldn't think that if Sheamus lost a title match at the pay-per-view, why wouldn't his title change hands? I just don't understand that concept at all. And another thing I would like to touch on is when you're playing your My Career is there ain't too many ways to define the difference between heel and face. There should be more ways to define yourself as a heel other than, oh, I created my guy and I wanted to be a heel. I made him a heel. There should be things such as promos, other things. As far as the way you wrestle when you're in the ring, you fight dirty in the ring, you get a heel boost. Heel and face shouldn't just be awarded. And speaking on the heel and face subject, I would also like to talk about the fact that if you're a heel, you get booed. If you're a face, you get cheered, which always isn't the case. You should be able to be a heel, but at the same time be a crowd pleaser, which is where I think you could have like maybe have like the fan favorite badge play, I don't know what you want to call it, or skill, what is it, ability. You could have the fan favorite skill play a factor in that. Even though I'm a heel, I fight dirty, but the crowd still loves me, and I can still get the crowd out their seats. Now, another thing I would like to see, they have all these real wrestlers. You see the Kevin Owens shirt, you see the that's what I do sign for Mark Henry in the crowd. So why can't I have some other interactions with the crowd other than creating it? You can't even, I'm not even sure if you can create a sign anymore other than creating a sign. I want a t-shirt. I want the fans in the crowd to be wearing my t-shirt. I want to be able to have signature taunts. So like when I do a certain taunt, right, the crowd, some kind of way in customization, I control how the crowd reacts to my taunt. For example, say I get in the ring and I go like this. There should be some Iceman fans in the crowd mocking what I do in the ring. Your creative player's reaction with the crowd is dull. It's whack. I want to be able to bring the crowd alive just as much as the real superstars do. There's some kind of customer. I'm just talking about little stuff. Itty bitty little stuff that they could do to make the game better.
Wow, he's still down after that. Mark Henry,
and
camel clutch locked in, reaching on,
but that's just, I don't know.
and he lets him out. Well, he might have been losing some of his grip there anyway. He probably figured it would be better to release the whole now.
Or maybe you could do some character voiceovers and even have like chants or phrases. Okay, say
of attack will be.
The word is
It only takes a couple of those to bring his night to
that they added promos in 2K17.
complete domination here.
Okay, say I cut a promo. I should be able to cut my promo and have the option to start a catchphrase. Say like, okay, you getting interviewed by Renee Young. We're going through the little interview or whatever, and then an option pops up and you just get the choice. You get the choice of, say, well, most choices are 4 choices: triangle, square, X, and circle. 4 choices. Wow, you start a catchphrase. Just little things. Another thing I would like to see is the fact that when I'm wrestling and say I'm in a hardcore match, right? And I go to put somebody in a belly-to-belly suplex, over the head belly-to-belly suplex. I flex them over my head. The stairs are right behind me, but he doesn't land on the stairs. The stairs slide from under him. I get no stair damage for basically suplexing the guy directly onto the stairs. But the stairs don't play a factor. He slides from under the stairs. And if I'm not mistaken, the stairs are pretty well used still in WWE programming, so I don't see why it could not be put in the game. Why not?
He's got his opponent trapped in a tight headlock there.
Another thing to touch on is more ways to put an opponent through the table. Okay. That's cool, they had the OMG moment or whatever.
Man, this has been a great matchup. You're right about
That's nice. You can only put a person through a table with a finishing move. Okay, I get that. But some of these moves just look dumb. They look stupid. If I'm going to put a guy through the table, but it's not a move you could necessarily pull off standing on top of the table, which in this moment right now I should be able to get a good example for you. I have the Bray Wyatt signature, so the Unite, good example right here. I stand up on the table, we're both standing on the table. I pick him up, I slam him through the table. How could I possibly do that? How could I how could I stand on the table, slam him through the table and still be standing? That's a move that should be performed standing next to the table. I should grab him next to the table and slam him through the table. I should not get on the table with that move. If it was a DDT, okay, that makes sense. The pedigree, that makes sense. The rock bottom, that makes sense. But to do a move like that standing on the table, it just makes no sense, because at the end of the move I'm standing on my feet. How can I put a person through the table and still be standing on my feet? And I know this is not the finished version of the game that we've been seeing on YouTube. We've been getting these videos, and the game is so close.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been
And I noticed that there's only one announce table. They should have both tables out there. The Spanish announce table as well. Because a lot of times when the tables come into play, a lot of moves are used. They use both tables to simultaneously to put a person through one of the tables. Like a person standing on one table and throws the guy through the other table. Would be an awesome OMG to add to the game. Just the smallest itty bitty little thing. Just add that. And then another thing is the weight control. I don't like the reversals. Like, if someone goes to put Rey Mysterio, just using Rey Mysterio as an example, he's a pretty small guy. Maybe a slightly bigger guy than Rey Mysterio, but a guy that can pull off the Hurricanrana. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Rey Mysterio reverse the Hurricanrana. He catches me and power bombs me. I'm twice his size, and I guarantee Rey Mysterio can't pick me up. I want to see. You know what was so awesome about playing WWE No Mercy? They had weight reversals. So if I'm a light heavyweight and I pick light heavyweight reversals, I reverse like a light heavyweight. If I pick cruiserweight reversals, I reverse like a cruiserweight. There's different reversal. Everybody doesn't use the same reversals. And that was something that made the game very, very unique.
There was no love lost in that.
On to the next subject. I would like to see goals that are achievable. If you put in the concept, okay, next year is supposed to be, you're supposed to have the Raw SmackDown brand split. That's if they choose to import it into the game, right? So, say I'm in my career and I land on Raw. Okay. So, Stephanie and Mick Foley are giving me objectives that I need to complete during my match. Give me completable goals. Make the goals make sense. I don't want to be in a singles no disqualification match against a face that won't hit me with a weapon. I'll be sitting here playing the game all day waiting for him to hit me with a weapon.
Oh no, look out.
It makes no sense. If you're gonna give me the get hit with a weapon during your match, have it come against somebody like Sheamus, somebody like Kevin Owens that would resort to those tactics when he's getting his ass kicked. Little customization things, changing the superstar's hair and facial hair. They did that in No Mercy. It's awesome. If Sheamus one day decided to kill the Hawk or shave his facial hair, I should be able to take his facial hair off in the game. Or if You know how he stopped braiding his facial hair. He has the long beard now. If he was to start braiding it again, why can't I put Sheamus' old facial hair on him? Brain skipping, the barricade. The barricade could be used way more than it is being used. Like,
welcome back to the show.
All you can pretty much do is the OMG barricade break. Irish whip a guy into the barricade.
Going on between you and him.
And
what are your thoughts on him?
Punch them. That's pretty much all you could do with the barricade. But if you watch WWE programming, there's
going to squash him.
A lot more you can do with the barricade.
He'll know at the pay-per-view when I'm standing right in front of him. He's going to learn that he has no way
I just watched SmackDown.
In a ring with someone who can destroy him in a matter of seconds.
John Cena loves to do this.
There you have it. Back to you, Cole.
You can't do it in a game. See, the bottom of the stairs, after you remove them, you can only pick up the top half of the stairs. But what if you could use the stairs, such as what Triple H did to Roman Reigns? Pedigreed him on the bottom half of the stairs. Or as John Cena just did on SmackDown, he used it to walk up so he can aid attitude adjustment on AJ Styles through the announce table. I mean, it's just, that's a little far-fetched, but it's just little things you could do to make the game better. There is a camera for the PS4. I don't see why I need a computer to import my face into the game, but that's for a whole nother video. Stay on subject. Let me see what my goal is against Sheamus. Put on a 5-star match. Okay, that's a doable goal. Now, okay, you have this screen right here. Allies and rivals, right? But you can push this just a little bit further. What if I don't want a tag team? What if I want a faction? What if I want to be the leader of a faction? What if I want to make my own faction in the WWE? Why can't I? Why can't I be friends with why can't I be friends with Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar and someone else to make a faction? Why can't I make a faction? And some of these people don't even like me, and I've never stepped in a ring with them, which is pretty cool. That's something I would like to see return in the game. And another thing that could make the game more exciting, like playable legends that are somewhat not past their time, but still can step into the square circle. Like, what if I'm playing through my career? The Royal Rumble rolls around and Kevin Nash comes out number 30. Wouldn't that just be like a legend return at the Royal Rumble? That would be epic. But Sheamus doesn't lose the belt. I would like to see superstars move up. Like, if I'm not correct, this is 2020. Starts 2016. And I almost have the exact same champions. John Cena has been the United States champion since the game started. Is he not tired? Does he not want another title? Does he not want to be Ric Flair's record? Because I know if I was John Cena, I would want to be Ric Flair's record. I don't know. It just don't make sense to me. Staying corrected. He's tied. He would tie Ric Flair's record. So, like, why is he holding on to the United States title like that is life? Another thing I would like to see. Kevin Owens is a 90 overall. I'm what? 4 years into my career, and Kevin Owens and Finn Balor still are on NXT. They are dominating NXT. Finn Balor still has not lost the NXT title. He's gonna have a Hulk Hogan like honky tonk man Bob Backlund record. He's never gonna lose the belt. Ever. I was the only person that could beat Finn Balor. I beat Finn Balor, and that's another thing. As I'm moving up through the ranks, I beat Finn Balor for the NXT title. Okay. And then I move up to the main roster. Okay, so the Authority takes the NXT title from me. Oh, no, they don't. You get to keep it when you move up to the main roster. That was 15. Excuse me for the mix-up. But when I do lose the title, I lose it to somebody else, and Finn Balor still gets the title back on Raw. It makes no sense. Okay, if I lose the NXT title to Kevin Owens should be champion. If I help Tyson Kidd beat Sheamus, Tyson Kidd should be champion. Point blank. And another thing I would like to see is more generic entrances. You know how you play NBA 2K, and you have your pre-game and post-game rituals. You have the choice to do those things like an NBA star, or you have multiple generic animations just for the creative guys. So I have options, so my player won't look just like my best friend's player. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to experience the exact same thing my best friend experienced. I want to go through something different than what he went through. Another thing. Okay, you have the option to put in tattoos and use the paint tool or whatever, but really, how many can you put on? before your character is maxed out and you can put on the point system for the attire, your whole appearance. It's very limited, and I don't like that, because that counts as downloaded tattoos, downloaded accessories, downloaded anything. So if I want to have a lot of tattoos and still have a badass attire, then I have to pick and choose. What do I want, tattoos or a good attire? Does Finn Balor have to choose between his attire and his body paint? I think not. I feel like they should raise the max points, or if that's even possible, raise the point limits on your tool paint, your downloaded logos or whatever, downloaded and created logos. Another thing that, okay.
Video, can you come check out my channel, and if you like my channel, turn on the notifications so you can stay in 2K172.
Okay, I will definitely do that. Can you drop your channel in a message, and later on when I get the time, I will definitely do that. But like I was saying, like, Sheamus doesn't lose the belt to when I do signature touch. I want to be able to be a heel, and if the good guy is kicking my ass, I want to be able to knock the referee out and go grab a weapon. Look at this. Look, he's faster than me. I couldn't touch the referee if I wanted to. Come on. The referee has better damage recovery than the superstars, which makes no sense at all. I don't understand that.
Davis comes up big there. Yeah, Davis is a machine in there. Sheamus sneaks out of that one, and I'm sure that was just pure instinct on Sheamus' part.
What else could I touch on in this video? It's getting pretty long. A co-op universe mode. You know how awesome a co-op universe mode would be? Okay, so here's my concept for the co-op universe mode. Say you have a universe, you have 5 friends that you play WWE with. It could almost be similar to, see this? But I never get the weapon challenge when I'm facing the heel. But back what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Yeah, the co-op universe. It could be similar to what 2K did with the online league in the basketball games. So basically what you would do is, I pick my player, your friends pick their character they want to play with, and y'all play through the scenarios and stories and storylines and cutscenes that y'all have had it. Because that would be way more fun than just grinding through cutscene-less, story-less, nobody to talk to universe mode. If I could play universe with my friends, it would make it that much better. instead of me and my friends having to be at the same house in order for us to play together. That sucks.
And there's the submission hold. Will this do it? Really going to work here. Just wrenching that thing.
And I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. I'm finna beat Sheamus on SmackDown. But when it actually counts and matters, he has unlimited reversals. If you have an answer to why that happens, you should definitely comment. But I'm getting off subject.
Another amazing singles contest. These two never cease to entertain the WWE Universe. Going for the double play with this move. That's some serious power right there. How much damage did that do? A lot.
Another thing that was in 2K15 that they actually scrapped in the game was all the what if scenarios. What if John Cena fought Undertaker at WrestleMania? You should be able to play out that what if story. THQ used to be amazing at the what if stories. Does anybody remember the SmackDown versus Raw where Sheamus wins every title in the WWE? That was an amazing what if scenario. It never happened, but what if? You got to play it out. It was awesome. Definitely more cutscenes in universe. Oh, yeah, another thing. We're playing in my career. I go against Rusev, but his wife is nowhere to be found. What is that? I go against Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman is nowhere to be found. I just don't understand that. And another thing that could come in handy is the ability to create a manager. Miz's wife came well after the game was out, way after 2K16 was out. And the only way you can put her in the game is to have her as a superstar, and she has no association with the Miz. None, zero. So the ability to create a manager would be awesome. And the ability to give a stable a manager, or just give a player a permanent manager. Like, if I go into edit the superstars, I should be able to have Paul Heyman as Brock Lesnar's manager.
Sometimes when you go high risk, you crash and burn. And sometimes you knock it out of the park.
Creating the manager, cause like I was saying, Maurice came, I think, not too long ago, and a little bit after Extreme Bulls, and she's not in the game, and I want Maurice to come down with the Miz on a regular basis without me having to go through all the extra loading screens to put her as Miz's manager in universe. So with that being said, I would like to be able to create a manager. Just a little thing that can make the game so much better. Create a manager.
Wow, he's still down after that.
And then with the brand split, GMO should have definitely been in the game. I don't know if it was like a late thing and WWE just added it in or what the whole deal was with that, but GMO should have definitely been in the game.
I totally agree with you. Getting his attention with a vicious strike. Whoa, a direct hit.
So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. And
I think this man means business. Oh gosh. Hey, what do you want for your last meal?
better ways to perform certain moves. Like, I don't feel like
I'm not sure I can watch this.
the OMG moment should be the only way you could do the drive-by drop kick with Roman Reigns. I mean, it's pretty cool, but I would like to, I don't know, some kind of way to import it just better, so you can do it better, faster, without taking so much time and such a long animation.
If this continues, we could be talking about something no one wants to discuss. Facial reconstructive surgery. I know you don't like to talk about your facial reconstructive surgery.
There should be 2 tables out there. Stairs. Stairs.
This is where the action needs to be.
I don't know if they do it too much in the WWE now, but there was a time when people used to get their heads bashed on the stairs, and there was actually an animation where you carry your opponent over to the stairs, and you can go up on the right stick and then down on the right stick, and you will slam his head on the stairs. Or you could import strong Irish whip towards the stairs, and they'll sell the you know, running in. They would sell running into the stairs like Mick Foley used to sell it. He'd fall over the stairs. I remember there was a time you could interact with the fans. If you're a face, you know, you stand there, you raise your hands with the crowd. But then on the flip side, if you're a heel, you take whoever you're wrestling, you take their sign and you rip it up. But that's all I got right now. I think I'm gonna end this video up because I don't want it to go too long. But if you like what I'm talking about, hit that like and subscribe. And that's it. Insane Gaming out.